The thing people misunderstand about HIMS the most is it's not a weight loss company. Actually, a lot of people think it's a GLP-1 company as well. In this video today, I'm going to break down exactly what HIMS is and why it's not just a weight loss company and why it's not just a GLP-1 company, and also why the weight loss aspect of this is so damn important for the long-term vision of HIMS and also the short-term scale we're looking at right now.
Welcome to the game, it's the Instant Stocks by Mikhail Kuhar.
If you don't know who I am, my name is Mikkel. I'm one of the partners at X10 Day Trade. We have developed and built a software over the last 4 years and invested over $1 million to be able to have pro traders step into your brokerage account, not physically in the room with you, but to be able to trade on your behalf. We built a software that you can just switch on and let run. And one of the most important parts about this is you don't actually have to send us money. All the trades we enter and exit through your brokerage account. And why this excites me so damn much, and I'm really excited to look at the results we've been getting. We've been getting on average 8 to 15% returns for our clients. You can see some results here. This is the weekly results. These are some of the results of other people getting their friends involved, putting over 6 figures, and there's hundreds and hundreds of results in here. We've got over 438 members. We've been doing this for over 4 years. So if you've got at least $10,000 to allocate to this, there'll be a link below where you can book in a call. I can walk you through the entire process on what we do on the back end, how we can get you to 8 to 15% returns every single month, and what your account can look like in the next 12 months. Being a part of software and systems like this is one of the big reasons why I've been able to live remotely for the last 8 years, and it aligns with one of my biggest values, which is freedom. And to have freedom, you need 2 things: time and money. You can't have freedom if you don't have both of those things. And most traders spend thousands and thousands of dollars learning through experimentation, through the market, and the market is a savage teacher. So you don't have to do all that yourself. You can actually leverage our team of pro traders. Click the link below. We'll jump on a call. We'll figure all that out. But let's get into the video today. Weight loss is probably the most misunderstood part of the entire HIMS timeline. And what makes it tricky is that people usually fall into one of 2 extremes. Like I said before, on one side, you got people think that weight loss is everything that HIMS is. And then on the other side, people think that HIMS is basically just a GLP-1 company now. On the other side, you have people who think weight loss is a distraction, a temporary trend that doesn't really matter long term. Both views are wrong. Weight loss is not the company, but weight loss is also not irrelevant to the bigger picture. See, weight loss I see as more of an accelerator, and accelerators don't change the direction of the car. They just change the speed at which the car gets from point A to point B. So GLP-1 treatments brought massive attention to digital healthcare. For the very first time, a very large group of people suddenly become open to managing a deeply personal health issue online. And that psychological shift is really, really important. It's not just about weight. It's more so about trust. And you'll see me speak about this a lot. Once a company establishes trust in the marketplace, things compound really, really fast. And it's about people realizing their serious health decisions don't always need a physical clinic. They don't need a physical examination. It's positioned itself exactly where that shift was happening, and not as a pharmaceutical giant, not as a cold medical institution, but as a consumer-friendly, private, easy-to-use platform. And the numbers prove that. Like, the demand was real. In 2025, weight loss-related revenue discussions moved into the hundreds of millions of dollars range. And that's not hype. That's data. That's looking down the lens of results. And that is real money flowing through the business. That alone tells you something really, really important. People are willing to pay for digital solutions in this category. Convenience is what people are paying for. And here is where most people stop thinking. And that's a mistake, because revenue is not the prize. See, retention is the prize. And if weight loss users come in, use the service for a few months, and then disappear forever, the long-term impact is very limited. It's useful, yes, transformational, not so much. But if even a meaningful percentage of those users stay, everything changes. Like, think about it from a human perspective. Someone comes into HIMS for weight loss. That's what they're there for. That's the attraction piece they come in for. They already trust the platform. They already trust the doctors. They already trust the system. And especially they trust it with their own sensitive information. So that trust doesn't disappear. When the weight goal is reached, instead that user is now inside of the ecosystem. There's more products and more things for them to lean on. And once someone is inside the ecosystem, the platform has options, mental health support, hormonal health, skincare, preventative diagnostic, all these things. And then the future services that don't even exist yet, we haven't even got to that. See, each additional service increases lifetime value. And without increasing customer acquisition costs, this is going to be the rocket fuel that really lifts this company beyond. Now, that is truly the platform advantage. That is how short-term trends get converted into long-term value. Now, let's talk honestly about the risks, because pretending risks don't exist would just be naive. Weight loss is heavily regulated. Supply constraints exist. Competition is really intense. Large pharmaceutical companies are involved. Margins can change and public perception can shift. And all that is a real risk. But the key point with HIMS is it does not need weight loss to work forever. It does not need to be the weight loss company. It needs weight loss to work long enough to accelerate subscriber growth and deepen customer relationships. That's a very huge difference. And if weight loss brings in users faster than other categories, we'd reference this as top of funnel. So in the marketing space, there's a few different positions you look at when you're bringing a product or a service to market. There's top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. Now, you may have heard this before, but there's an old marketing term that's like sell people what they want and then give them what they need. A lot of health concerns can come off the back of excessive weight, right? So if someone's looking at their problem, their perceived problem is like, I'm just overweight, but it can be a myriad of other things happening on the back end. Well, you're solving their top of mind problem. Like, I just want to lose 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 20 kilos, like whatever that is. And then when they come in, what happens is while they're inside, the lifetime value of the customer now increases, which is great for all areas of the business. And it just ends up with them spending longer in the HIMS world. As they start to roll out more products and offers and services, then they go from solving this small solution, which they might not need a solution to that anymore, to the other side where traditional medicine is very reactive to what's going wrong, where now there's an opportunity for people to optimize how they're currently feeling. So instead of going to the doctor just when you're feeling sick or something's bad or you're really concerned about something, it's like, how can I start moving my life to optimize in all these different areas, which is what I absolutely love about what they offer in this. And there's a lot more education moving around the world with how important this kind of stuff is, especially hormonal health. And even a portion of those users stay long term, the lifetime value rises. And if lifetime value rises again while acquisition stays the same and they stay disciplined and the business becomes stronger and stronger, this is why weight loss should be viewed as a strategic lever, not a core dependency inside of the company. It raises the ceiling, it pulls future growth forward, and it speeds up scale. But the foundation of the platform remains the same, right? And that distinction matters a lot for long-term investors because trends fade, platforms endure, and if HIMS uses the weight loss moment correctly, not chasing short-term profits, at the expense of discipline, it can turn a temporary wave into a permanent scale for the company. And that's when accelerators do their job best. So let me know your thoughts below on what you think HIMS is going to do over the next couple of years. As always, this is not financial advice. This is not investment advice. These are my views and opinions I'm sharing with you. And I'm going to be making videos daily on the HIMS journey so you have clear clarity and transparency over what the company's doing and what to look forward to in the future. I'll see you in the next video.